Well, congratulations. What an epic couple of days. You must be absolutely stoked with how you went out there.
I am absolutely stoked with how I went out there. I think I threw so well in those conditions, especially on the first stage when it was a bit wet. Getting two big throws out on the board reasonably early in the comp was absolute joy. Yeah.
It's really hot out here, isn't it? It's kind of gone from, like you said, the wet to the hot. It must be really kind of tricky from New Zealand dealing with these conditions.
To be perfectly honest, Auckland's not much different. You get 4 seasons in a day. Last week it was different story, a bit cold, a bit wet. Now it's quite warm, quite dry. Able to throw in all conditions. But yeah, it's a bit different. Awesome way to change it up and throw in some extreme conditions.
Nice. I mean, after day one, you had 2 massive throws. You were well in the lead. How did you go to bed that night? What were you thinking?
I don't think I went to bed that night. I'm joking. I slept like a rock. That took all the energy out of me, all the emotion out of me, and I sort of had a bit of a low in the evening and just fell into bed and lights off.
Did you relax a little bit knowing that you were well ahead, or did it almost make you a little bit more nervous?
Well, I do not like to count my chickens before they hatch. It's a thing. After my first throw, first throw was a big one, and that made me relax a little bit. But I know the boys out there are capable of some big things, so it always keeps me on my toes.
Coming into today, what was your sort of mantra and your mindset, heading into these throws, knowing you just had to get some really good, consistent ones out there?
Long and loose, calm and rangy, happy, just emotional. Intentions to keep my emotions, calm and not get too tense under the pressure, and sort of dancing to the music, having a chat to the boys, having a bit of a socialise was a good way of keeping me relaxed.
Talk us through when you're sitting out waiting for your next throw and the likes, and there's a crowd like this, and the atmosphere's crazy. You're at the Youth Olympic Games. Is that different to what you've experienced before?
Yeah, it's a bit different. There's a bit of noise. Normally there isn't music, which is actually a cool change. But I think the coolest part was probably just, you zoned and you just focused when you needed to focus, and the crowd sort of disappeared. When you went to throw, it was just me, the disc and the sector.
Nice. Back when you first started throwing the discus, if someone had told you you'd be standing at the Youth Olympic Games, a gold medalist, what would you have said?
I'd call them bluff. But here I am, and I guess I'm grateful for all the support I've had around me to get me this far. So thank you everyone who's bent over backwards for me, and I really appreciate it.
What does a win like this mean for your career going forward?
I think this is a check off the checklist. It's a big milestone. We had envisioned to come here a year ago and throw well, and I have. So I think there's a time to celebrate, and that time's now. But moving forward, I think the 2020 World Juniors is going to be the next check on the list.
Can you see yourself on the big stage of the Elite Olympics as well?
I think time will tell. Time will tell. But yeah, no, it's a goal of mine to get onto the world senior stage.
Great. And just finally, it excites you knowing that you've got that career ahead and you'll be throwing the discus for years to come?
Yeah, it is. I look forward to it. I look forward to the challenges, and I look forward to the ups and downs and everything.
Awesome. Hey, well done, Connor.
Thank you.